Welcome to Programming Knowledge. So in the last tutorial we designed the user profile and wrote a part of the Java code. Okay, so in today's video what our basic target is that whenever user wants to see other users profile, then also we should be redirected to the same profile fragment. Okay, so for that first I'll go in my comment adapter, and whenever anyone clicks on the comment, then the user is redirected to profile fragment where the profile is of the user who has put that comment. Okay, so in the bind view holder, okay, over here I'll write holder dot comment dot set on click listener, new on click listener, okay, and inside on click I'll write intent is equal to new intent, and the intent will be from m context to main activity dot class. Okay, then I will put some extra details, intent dot put extra, and the extra is publisher ID. Okay, and it is stored in comment dot get publisher. Okay, and then I'll start this activity, m context dot start activity, then intent. Okay, and I want the same for the image profile. Okay, so again I'll write holder dot image profile dot set on click listener, set on click listener, new on click listener. Okay, and then inside this I'll just copy these 3 lines and paste it over here. Okay, now to check if the intent carries some details in our main activity, we are going to extract the bundle, and all the data that is transferred via intent comes in bundle. Okay, so over here I'll write bundle intent is equal to get intent dot get extras. Okay, and then I'll check if it has some data, that means it is redirected from our comment activity. If intent is not equal to null, okay, that means it has some data, then I'll extract that data, string profile ID is equal to intent dot get extra dot get string, and the ID is publisher ID. Okay, and then I'll add it to shared preference, because that is the only way we can transfer our data from activity to a fragment on that same activity. Okay, so for that I'll write get shared preferences, and I'll name it, let's say, profile. Okay, you can give any name you like, profile, and the mode is private. Okay, then I'll open the editor by edit and then put string, and the string is profile ID and the value is stored in profile ID. Okay, and then I'll apply the changes. Okay, and then I want to write get support fragment manager dot begin transaction dot replace r dot id dot fragment container comma new profile fragment. Okay, and then dot commit. Done, and in the else block I'll simply cut and paste. Okay, so now we need to extract the values in our profile fragment. Okay, so I'll go to profile fragment, and over here where I am setting this profile ID as current user's ID, I'll write string data is equal to get context dot get shared preferences, and the shared preference name was profile. Okay, and the mode is mode private. Okay, and then dot get string, and the string was profile ID. Okay, and then our default value is none. Okay, I need to write inside quotes none. Okay, and now I'll check if data dot equals none, that means no data is stored, then our profile ID be current users UID. So I'll just paste it over here, else profile ID is equal to data. Okay, so now if we click on any comment or the image beside the comment, then we should be redirected to profile fragment. So let's check that. Okay, so once the application starts running, if you click on comments, okay, and if you click on any comment or the comment image, then you should be directed to the person who has this username Rishabh Kumar, and that is Rishabh Kumar. Okay, so let's see, and yes, you are redirected to Rishabh Kumar. Okay, and you can see the image is also here, but there is a slight mistake that if we are in profile fragment, then our bottom navigation should also show this as selected. Okay, so we'll fix that. Okay, so for that, over here in our main activity, bottom navigation view dot set selected item ID, and the ID is r dot id dot nav profile. Okay, so this part is done. Now the next thing is that if the profile loads for other user also, then also it is showing edit profile. Okay, whereas in the original Instagram it shows follow or following as per the condition. Okay, so let's fix that. So first we are going to create a button over here. Okay, private button, the name is edit profile. Okay, and I'll also link it over here. So I'll write edit profile is equal to view dot find view by ID, r dot id dot edit profile. Okay, and now over here at the end I'll write if profile ID dot equals Firebase user dot get UID, that means we are viewing our own profile, then the text will be the same. Okay, so edit profile dot set text, and the text is edit profile. Okay, and if that is not the case, that means in else block I'll create a method to check the following status. So I'll write check following status. Okay, and now inside this check following status I'll write Firebase database dot get instance dot get reference dot child, and the child is follow dot child f user, that is our current user, dot get UID dot child following, so that to check if the current user is following the person whose profile is so as to check if the current user is following the person. Okay, and to this I'll add a value event listener new value event listener, and inside this I'll write if data snapshot dot child profile id dot exists. Okay, then we'll write edit profile dot set text, and the text will be following, else edit profile dot set text, and the text will be follow. Okay, and then I'll give a semicolon over here. Now the next thing is to add functionality to this edit profile button. Okay, so for that I'll write edit profile dot set on click listener. Okay, new on click listener. Okay, and inside this I'll extract the text from that button. So I'll write string button text is equal to edit profile dot get text dot to string. Okay, and then I'll check if button text dot equals edit profile. Okay, that means we are viewing our own profile and we want to edit it. Then we need to go to edit profile. Okay, and we have not yet created the edit activity, so we'll do that later. Okay, so I am just commenting it out. Okay, and if that is not the case, that means the text is either follow or following. Okay, so according to that we'll add queries to our database. Okay, again I'll write if button text dot equals follow, that means the user is not following already and wants to follow. So for that I'll write Firebase database dot get instance dot get reference dot child follow dot child f user dot get uid dot child following dot child profile id dot set text, set value as true. Okay, and I'll break it from here. Okay, and similarly Firebase database dot get instance dot get reference dot child follow dot child profile id dot child followers dot child f user dot get uid dot set value as true. Okay, and if that is not the case, that means the text is following, and if user clicks on following, then we unfollow it. Okay, so to unfollow, that code will be exactly same, just a slight change. Copy it from here, paste it over here, and instead of set value it will be remove value. Okay, so now we would be able to follow and unfollow the user. Okay, now along with that, one thing that I missed in the comment videos were to able to delete a comment. Okay, and to start deleting a comment, we need to first add a comment ID. Okay, so inside this comment I'll create another string private, okay, at the top private string ID. Okay, over here I'll remove this and create a new constructor with all the three values. Okay, I don't need these, and I'll add the getter setter for the ID. Okay, done. Okay, I missed a semicolon over here. Okay, now similarly where I am adding the comment in my comment activity. Over here, okay, I also need to add a push ID. So for that I'll first create a push ID. So string ID is equal to, okay, before that we need to create a database reference. So I'll create database reference, and it is, and I'll call it ref is equal to Firebase database dot get instance dot get reference dot child comments. Okay, now the ID will be ref dot push dot get key. Okay, and now over here I'll add it in my map. So for that I'll write map dot put, and I'll put the ID, and the ID is the ID variable. Okay, and now over here, instead of pushing over here, okay, first there will also be a post ID, child post ID. Okay, so now instead of all this I can simply write ref, okay, and then I'll remove this push to a child, and the child is ID. Okay, so now the work is same, but we get an ID also as our part. Okay, so first let's check this, and then we will add the deleting feature. Okay. Okay, so once the application starts running, first I'll delete the comment branch that I had earlier. Okay, and I added 2 new comments, or the same comments. Okay, so now in my database you can see the structure is same, but along with comment and publisher I have extra value, that is ID. Okay, so now we can delete this comment using this ID. Okay, so back in our comment activity, in our on create, okay, over here I'll write, okay, not in comment activity but in comment adapter, I guess. Yes. Okay, so over here I'll write holder dot image view, item view, I'm sorry, item view dot set on click listener, on long click listener, new on long click listener. Okay, and then I'll check if the comment is from the current user or not. Okay, so for that, if comment dot get publisher dot ends with, okay, Firebase user dot get UID. Okay, so if that is the case, then I want to show an alert dialog. Alert dialog AD, or alert dialog is equal to new alert dialog dot builder. Okay, and the builder takes a context, so the context is mContext dot create. Okay, now I'll add a title, so that alert dialog dot set title, and the title is, do you want to delete? Okay, this seems fine. Okay, then I'll add buttons, so alert dialog dot set button, and the button is alert dialog dot button neutral. Okay, that means on the left side, and the text says no, and then I'll add an on click listener, so new dialog interface dot on click listener, and if the text is no, then I'll simply dismiss the dialog, so dialog dot dismiss. Okay, and then alert dialog dot add button, add set button, and the button will be positive, alert dialog dot positive. Okay, and the text says yes. Okay, if that is the condition, then dialog interface dot on click listener. Now we need to query to that that branch in our database and then delete it. So for that I'll write Firebase database dot get instance dot get reference dot child and the child is comments, and the child is post id. Okay, so we don't have a post id, but we need a post id. Okay, so I can receive it through the constructor, so I'll create another value, string post id. Okay, and I'll accept it over here, string post id, and over here I'll write this dot post id is equal to post id, and in my comment activity I'll also pass this. Okay, post id. So now back in our comment adapter, over here now we can use that post id. Okay, and then to that post id child comment dot get id, okay, dot remove value. I'll break it from this point. Okay, and then I'll add a non-complete listener, new on-complete listener. If task dot is successful, that means we have deleted the comment successfully, then we'll just display a toast. So the toast says comment deleted successfully. Okay, and then after this dialog dot dismiss. Okay, so now after this alert dialog, I'll write alert dialog dot show. Okay, so now let's try running this. Okay, so once the application starts running, if I try deleting a comment, it gets crashed. And the problem is, in comment activity I have passed the post id, but I am getting the post id later. Okay, that means null is being passed. So I'll simply cut it from here, okay, and paste it anywhere before this, so like over here. Okay, and now let's try running it again. Okay, so once the application starts running, if you go in the comments and long click, so you get the alert dialog saying do you want to delete, and then if you click on yes, so the comment gets deleted from the database also. Okay, and then you can add. Okay, so another flaw that I just noticed was that if I add a comment, let's say comment test2 and post, so the comment is being added, but the edit text still has that comment. Okay, so we will fix that also. So in our comment activity, once we are pushing the comment to database, okay, so then we want our add comment to be null. Okay, so add comment dot set text, and the text is this. Okay, so that was for the video. Thank you.